Welcome back to the YouTube channel, my G's. It's been a long time. I've been a very busy man. However, in this video, I'm gonna be running through how I've set my life up in Bali in terms of a visa situation. I'm not gonna sit here and go through the entire process of moving from the UK to Bali, blah, blah, blah. We've already covered that in the podcast, right? If you want to know exactly how stressful and how much shit we had to do from the UK to Bali, please go watch the physique episode 5, where me and the missus break down exactly how the move happened. But in this episode, what am I talking about? In this video, we're gonna be discussing the visa situation with Bali now. The initial plan was to move to Thailand. However, the Thailand visa situation, it's all up in the air. Right? If you actually ask somebody who is living in Thailand who has secured a visa, they would be able to tell you absolutely fuck all in regards to how to set one up. The goalposts move every single 6 months. But in regards to Bali, this is the strategy and this is the situation that I have actually just gone through. First things first, you need to get your B211A. Now, a B211A is a 60-day renewable tourist visa. I have actually come here on a VOA because my B211A didn't come in time. So that VOA is something that you can get on arrival. It's called a visa on arrival. Now you get that as soon as you walk through the gates of Denpasar. Okay, as soon as you get off the flight, you can pay 500,000 rupees, which is about 25 quid, to get a VOA. That lasts 30 days. You can renew that and you can go to Immigrasi to get 60 days. Let's go from jumping off the plane to the digital nomad visa. You jump off the plane, you get your little purple stamp. That lasts 30 days. You then go to a sponsor to renew that 30 days and go to immigration in order for you to extend. Then you have your 60 days. Now, your B211A comes into the equation. Once you've got your sponsor, okay, so you can go to any visa agent and they will sponsor you for a certain price. They don't actually give you the sponsorship for your VOA. Your VOA is a very simple process. You send off your passport, you pay about 800,000 or 1.2 million for the initial extension, which is just over 50 quid, maybe 60, 70 quid. You send your passport off. You then go to immigration, which is in Denpasar. Get the stamp, you get your ticket, you take your photo, you take your fingerprints, bosh, you're on the system. Go, you leave, nice work. Then you have to do a visa hop to get onto your B211A. You can only activate your B211A when you come into the country. So if you've come on a VOA, you need to leave and come back to activate a B211A. Now, once you are on your B211A, you can extend that twice. So that's a 60-day renewable tourist visa. You use the B211A 60 days, you renew, you stay another 6 days, you renew, you stay another 6 days. You have 180 days in the country. Now, here's the fun part. If you are making a certain amount of money, so this directly applies to digital nomads, online coaches, people who are making money from their laptop, you need to be making £40,000 per year. So 40K USD a year is probably about £2,800 a month, okay? So it's not a lot. As soon as you provide that information, if you're a limited company, it's a lot easier. You go to your sponsor, you say, right, this is my income. Please, can I pay a certain amount of money, which is around about £750 to have a digital nomad visa whilst you are still in the country. That's the important thing. So you have two options to go from your B211A to your digital nomad. You can leave the country and come back. That'll cost you around about 500, or you can stay in the country and transfer to your digital nomad visa for £750. Now, if you want my personal opinion, I'm gonna do it staying here because you book your flights, you book your accommodation. The nearest place you can go to is Singapore. That's gonna cost about 150 for a return flight. Your hotel's gonna cost you about 100. Same. I would rather just do that, pay the money, blah, blah, blah. So your initial sponsorship fee is around sort of 1.5 mil. So that's to have them on the books as your sponsor. And then you pay the individual fees for the extensions of the B211A. You pay the individual fees for the transfer onto the digital nomad visa. All in all, in terms of a total cost, which is not upfront, by the way, you can pay as per every extension. You can pay when you are transferring over. It's gonna cost less than £1,500 for everything in total. That's the extension of the VOA, that's the sponsorship, that's the extension of the B211A, that's the extension onto the digital nomad visa. Now, the total time frame for that, okay, let's do the maths. Let's say you come on a VOA, 60 days. You fly away, you come back. You then have another 60 days, that's 120. Okay, so 60 days, 2 months on the VOA, and then 2 + 2 + 2. So 8 months. Then you can transfer over to your digital nomad visa, which is another year. 8 months plus 12 months equals 20 months for the price of about £1,500. You are welcome. All you now need to do when you come to Bali, source out a visa agent or accept you as their client, and then you just have to go to the various visa agents at the certain time frame that needs updating. So your VOA, your B211A, and then your digital nomad. That is the process. Pay your monies as and when you need the extension, pay your monies as and when you need the sponsorship, pay your monies as and when you need the transfer. That is a guide on how to stay in Bali for just under 2 years without having to move any business, without having to create any business. That digital nomad visa is a multiple entry visa. The VOA and the B211A, those are both single entry. You're gonna have to put up with staying in the country for a little bit of time without having to go back, because as soon as you leave on a B211A, you have to get a new B211A if you want to come back. That's super, super important. So VOA, single entry. B211A, single entry. Digital nomad visa, multiple entry. So once you have that digital nomad visa, you can go to Singapore, you can go to the UK, you can go to Dubai, you can go to Australia, you can go to Thailand, you can come back as many times as you want. So the digital nomad is the holy grail for the 12 months that you're gonna be there, all for the price of around about 750 quid. So if you have any questions, please comment down below. Any more questions, any more content you want me to cover about Bali, let me know. I'm your boy, Stephen Physique. Peace out.